What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, enough of the nonsense. Let's get into the charts. So today I'm going to be going over two bullish scenarios and one bearish scenario for you guys. These two are the most likely bullish scenarios and the most likely bearish scenario. So let's get into the chart. So at the moment we can see we are still on the same chart we have been on for weeks. A finished WXY where wave 1 has now started and we are now in the wave 2, followed by a massive wave 3 that will be measured out when the low of wave 2 is in. So if we zoom into this on the 1 hourly time frame, we can see here what is going on. We had that wave 5 high in the wave 1 that perfectly hit our 0.618. A short from there would have been amazing. So on the hourly time frame, we can see that an A wave low has been made in something called a leading diagonal. So if you look here, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In a diagonal, every move must be a 3 wave count. So if I do some education for you guys, this is how two diagonals should look. Either a contracting diagonal with in each wave an ABC structure like that and following into the rest of the waves, or an expanding diagonal which is the exact same thing with 3 waves in each count except they expand. Now on our chart at the moment we have a contracting diagonal, the most common one. In this case we have a wave 1 down in an ABC, wave 2 in an ABC as well, wave 3, wave 4, and now wave 5. There was a little ABC there. Now that would be a contracting diagonal in A, finishing off that A wave to the downside. It also perfectly hit our 1-to-1 ratio for the measurement down, so that is very, very good on the chart. Now the B wave should follow. A B wave is often in an ABC structure, an A B, and a C. This has been measured out from here is the 1-to-1 ratio from the A wave to the low of this B wave so far. This B wave in orange could possibly extend, so please be aware of that. It could be A, B, C, and then C here. So let's see where the chart takes us, but it is a Friday, so expect a little bit of volatility before the weekend. Now, I expect for this B wave to target around this purple box at 68,334 to 66,988. 66,992 is our exact target measure, but let's see if that also plays out. After that B wave, we should see a move to the downside in a C to complete that wave 2. That wave 2 has a target range here with the minimum target being at 63,072, but a more likely target being here at this region from the 0.5 to the 0.786 at $61,100 to $56,500. Now on the next bullish scenario, we have this one here where the wave 2 is now complete. Now this would be a 5 wave move up, finishing here instead of here, and then we have something called an expanding flat, an A wave down, B wave up, and C wave following. Now in an expanding flat, if I do some education here for you guys, we can see here an expanding flat is a corrective structure where a high is made in an A, B wave takes out the low of the A, and then C wave expands above the A wave. So if we go back to our chart that we were talking about, we can see this right here. An A wave down, a B wave up, and a C wave to the downside, completing that wave 2 with just a touch on the most minimum target. This is the less likely bullish scenario in my opinion, and the wave C actually could come a bit lower, but this would be how the bullish scenario looks there. That's the second scenario we are talking about. Now, on the most likely bearish scenario from this structure, we have here from the low a larger, if we go to the 4-hourly time frame, you can see a unfinished WXY, a W down, an expanding flat like we just spoke about in X, and the Y yet to come. Now this would be an A, B, and C. This B wave would be an expanding flat, again like we spoke about just now, where this high is taken by this low, and the B wave high takes the high of the origin of A. Now that would be an A, B, C. Inside this blue B wave we can see here playing out, we can go to the hourly time frame and see what's happening. So we now have an A wave up, a B wave still coming down, and a C wave to the upside. So let's see if this B wave, the C wave in red, can get to that target B wave. Now, on a fair value gap side of things, we have quite a few weekly fair value gaps that are still yet to be filled out, and that's why bearish scenarios are indeed still here. We have order blocks sitting on this yellow, and this fair value gap that has acted as support twice, very unlikely, likely to get filled out. Now, on the 4-hourly time frame fair value gaps, we can see this yellow box being an order block, and these gray boxes being fair value gaps. Now, often they use fair value gaps as support, just as right here, bouncing perfectly off that 4-hour time frame fair value gap. A gorgeous move that could have caught a long and made quite a bit of money. But now we are looking at lower fair value gaps, as this one has already acted as support once. And if we draw out that wave 1 move to the upside, we can see this. The most likely areas for a wave 2, this being a wave 1, and then a wave 2 here. These fair value gaps sit perfectly in this region. So one of them could definitely act as support for that larger degree wave 3. Now, for trade possibilities in this price region, at the moment on the 4-hourly time frame, I would still wait until price has reached lower into this yellow box here. This yellow box hitting the 0.5, I would start taking longs from here, and as price moves lower, you can invest in somewhat of a triangle, taking small longs from the top of the box, larger longs at the bottom. That is what I would personally do when price moves down into this wave 2. On the hourly time frame, we can see that trading a B wave is very dangerous. There could be many variations here. This could end up being a B wave triangle or somewhat of a WXY that doesn't take into this purple box. So please be careful when trading B waves. So on the hourly, I say no trade. I would still wait on the hourly time frame to reach further into this yellow box here. Now on the 15-minute time frame, it is the same as the hourly time frame, as we are in even more of a B wave within a B wave. It is very, very dangerous. Please trade carefully when trading this area of price, but I would not take a trade on the 15-minute time frame either. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube down below, and if you want all the Discord updates where we do all of these updates every single day and all the trade possibilities from all the YouTube videos, do join the Discord. Link is in the description. But thank you so much for watching. It's been Max Trades Crypto. Cheers, guys.